Russia now says 89 killed in Ukraine attack, blames mobile phones. Ukraine claims that about 400 Russian soldiers were killed in attack on military quarters in Makiivka on Sunday. Russia's defense ministry has raised to 89 the number of its military personnel killed in a recent Ukrainian rocket raid on a school housing soldiers in Makiivka, in the Russian-occupied Donetsk region, and blamed the attack on unauthorized use of mobile phones by its forces. While Ukraine has claimed that about 400 Russian soldiers were killed in the missile attack in the first minutes of New Year's Day on Sunday, Moscow had until Wednesday maintained that 63 Russian soldiers were killed. Russia's initial admission of 63 deaths was already highly unusual as it marked the most significant loss of life from a single raid confirmed by Moscow since the start of its Ukraine invasion in February 2022. The number of our dead comrades has gone up to 89, Lieutenant General Sergei Sevryakov said in a video statement released by the Russian Defense Ministry early on Wednesday. The death toll was increased after additional bodies were found under rubble in the town of Makiivka, he said. The use of mobile phones by Russian soldiers was to blame for the attack, Sevryakov added. It is already obvious that the main reason for what happened was the switching on and massive use, contrary to the prohibition, by personnel of mobile phones in a reach zone of enemy weapons, he said. This factor allowed the enemy to track and determine the coordinates of the soldiers' location for a missile strike. The devastating attack on a vocational school that was converted into military quarters has spurred anger among Russian nationalists and some legislators who are again questioning the military strategy of Moscow's commanders in Ukraine. In a post on the Telegram messaging app, Igor Girkin, a former Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, officer who was instrumental in starting the initial 2014 war in the Donbass region, said that ammunition and military equipment had been stored in the buildings housing the Russian soldiers, contributing to the strength of the blast. Girkin blamed Russia's untrainable generals for the losses. Anger on social media has been directed at Russia's military commanders rather than President Vladimir Putin. The Institute for the Study of War said that pro-Russian military bloggers had discounted the mobile phone explanation as a lie and accused the Russian command of being criminally negligent for failing to disperse its forces in smaller groups further from the front line. Such profound military failures will continue to complicate Putin's efforts to appease the Russian pro-war community and retain the dominant narrative in the domestic information space, the institute said. If you want to be informed about the continuation of such content, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell.